Hello YouTube, this is VidHead85 and this is an interesting one. Um, am I the asshole for telling my daughter I will not help her out with her next wedding? He was rated not the asshole, so let me see if I agree. And I'll also check into the comments. My 57 male daughter, 32, has been divorced thrice already. She got married at 25 to the love of her life. I gave her $15,000 to help with the wedding. Marriage lasted 3 years. She married the love of her life when she was 30. I gave her $5,000 for a much smaller and more intimate wedding. Marriage lasted 1 year. She married the guy that got her pregnant while she was married to number two. They divorced before my grandson was 1. She has met the love of her life and need money for the wedding. I said I wouldn't I said I wouldn't help her with the next one. Now she is crying to her mother, calling me an asshole for not believing in her future. I have managed to stay married for 33 years. It's not that difficult. My wife wants me to make peace by giving her some money, but I think it's a waste. Your call. Am I the asshole for my bad attitude towards my daughter's relationship? Okay, edit. I'm not trying to change anyone's mind here. I do feel insulted when I do feel that I insulted people when I said it's not that difficult, so I feel like I'll explain what I meant. I met my wife when she was married to a guy I work with. He passed away in an industrial accident. I saw it happen. After the funeral, we became friends. 3 years later, we realized we cared for each other, so we started dating. We've had our ups and downs, and we have gone for counseling when we went through a really rough patch. We work hard at being there for one another. My wife is beautiful and probably had more opportunities to be unfaithful, but chose to stay with me and work on our marriage. I saw the young guys my age having fun and partying when I was using my wages to pay for my son's medical bills and such. I also chose to stay and work on my marriage. I don't remember who said it, but it applies to marriage as well. In war, everything is simple, but even the simplest things are difficult. So let's see I'll actually look at some of the new comments here and see what we have. As they load, I'm going to check. Not the asshole. This is difficult to read. She married the guy that got her pregnant while she was married to number two. Okay. Yeah, he's not, the writing isn't all that great, but hey, I agree, not the asshole. Laughing my ass off. Isn't she embarrassed of having Aunt Jessie and Cousin Maria on yet another wedding? Especially considered this fourth guy got her pregnant while with the third. I bet Grandma Gertrude will be gossiping at all the tables. With all seriousness, how can she be comfortable having guests for her fourth wedding with all the previous baggage? You're not the asshole for not wanting to pay for the wedding, but you are for saying it's not that difficult crack you thought was cute to make. I also don't think it's okay to encourage strangers to make shitty comments about your daughter either. Do you even like this woman? You don't strike me as the type of guy that really needs Reddit for advice. Is this just entertainment for you, watching people rag on your kid? Not the asshole. I am no contact with my parents and will never get a dime to help with anything, let alone a wedding. Shit, I'm dying from a terminal cancer and will be 32 in about a week. Your daughter is extremely entitled and ungrateful. She needs to focus on dating and not the marriage. Personally, I think she should actually be single and work on herself, but we know she doesn't have that capability. Ooh, well, I don't think they're totally wrong. I am also kind of curious who paid for the divorces too, because they're not cheap either. Mindless Movie says, not the asshole. She needs a therapist. Don't waste another penny on her. She seems to have no shame, and that's her problem. Okay. All Next says, it's a waste. Don't do it. We see how your daughter values men. That includes you. She uses them until she can't or bored, then moves on. She's an only child, huh? Sounds quite spoiled. She's used to men giving her what she wants. When they don't, she moves on. I wonder how true this is for her, because, being married 4 times, that sounds like it could be true. Okay, not the asshole. I probably would have said something just like this. I have an older brother that's been married 5 times. Yes, you read that correctly. 5 times. With number 4 and number 5, I told him I couldn't be bothered to learn their names until they've been around at least 4 years. Exactly how much money are you expected to throw at your grown daughter so she can be a serial monogamist? Isn't it time she started paying for her own hobbies? Ooh, ooh, wow, that, whoa, whoa, ooh, wow. Okay, that was really just like sledgehammer to that. Isn't it time she started paying for her own hobbies? Wow. Strange.6645 says, not the asshole. Leaving aside your daughter's married life or if her current relationship has a future or not, you have no obligation to give her money. Your daughter is entitled to demand it. And let's look at some more. Okay, let me end with this one. Not the asshole. Jack Curry 61 says, I have been married 3 times before my current husband. My mother paid for the first wedding, which I had at her home, and it was small. My first marriage ended in divorce because of domestic abuse. My second, third, and last marriage or weddings were paid by me and my future husbands. I think any adult getting married after the first one should pay for their own wedding. The tradition of the bride's parents paying only extends to the first wedding. Dad, your daughter sees you as an ATM. Your wife needs to back you and tell your daughter that you will give them a wedding gift, but you are not obligated to pay for another wedding. For your wife to say that your daughter's happiness is tied to your financial gift actually means she doesn't think much of their relationship either. So, what do you think? Write in the comments below if you think that the father is either not the asshole or if you have another ruling. Maybe everybody sucks here, or you are the a-hole, or you are the asshole. Let me know what you think below and have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I really appreciate every view and every person. I know that this is probably not the highest effort video, but I really enjoy making these. So you have a great day. See you soon.